Mashup 3. Travel, tourism, and transport. B2. Do you enjoy traveling? Yes, definitely. Traveling allows people to relax, discover new cultures, and escape from daily routines. I wouldn't say I travel constantly, but I appreciate meaningful trips where I can actually explore a place instead of simply taking photos for social media. What kind of holidays do you usually prefer? I prefer calm and authentic places rather than overcrowded tourist destinations. For example, I enjoy coastal cities with pleasant weather and local atmosphere. Living in Murcia has influenced my opinion because the region offers beaches, mountains, and historical towns nearby. Murcia is quite comfortable in terms of transport, isn't it? In general, yes. Public transport here is reasonably convenient compared to some smaller places. Buses and trams connect many areas, and traveling around the city is not extremely expensive. However, there are still some issues. What kind of issues? Some routes are not frequent enough, especially in the evening or during weekends. In addition, connections between smaller towns could be improved. Sometimes people almost have to use cars because public transport does not operate efficiently everywhere. That's a common problem in many regions. Exactly. If transport systems were expanded, traffic congestion and pollution would probably decrease. Sustainable travel is becoming increasingly important nowadays because mass tourism and excessive car usage affect the environment significantly. Speaking of tourism, what do you think about mass tourism? Honestly, it has both advantages and disadvantages. On the positive side, tourism creates jobs and supports local businesses. Restaurants, hotels, and transport companies benefit financially when visitors arrive. And the negative aspects? In some cities, tourism has become excessive. Local residents complain that apartments are being transformed into tourist accommodation, prices are increasing, and city centers lose their authentic atmosphere. Places such as Barcelona or Venice have suffered from over-tourism for years. Some people also say that tourists damage nature and historical sites. Unfortunately, that happens quite often. Beaches are polluted, forests become crowded, and historical monuments are sometimes damaged because too many people visit them every day. Have you ever had a memorable travel experience? Yes. One of my best trips was a journey where everything felt spontaneous and relaxed. I traveled without a strict schedule, explored local cafes, spoke to residents, and avoided typical tourist traps. That experience felt much more authentic than package tourism. That sounds enjoyable. And what about your worst trip? A few years ago, I had booked a complicated journey with several transfers, and everything went wrong. One train was delayed, the next connection had already left, and later the airline lost part of the luggage. By the time I arrived, I had been traveling for almost 20 hours. That must have been exhausting. Absolutely. Situations like that show how stressful air travel can become. Airports are often overcrowded, security procedures take ages, and flights are frequently delayed. Do you still prefer planes for long-distance journeys? Usually yes, because they save time. If somebody wanted to cross Europe quickly, flying would probably be the most practical option. Nevertheless, trains are often more comfortable and environmentally friendly. Sustainable travel has become more popular recently, hasn't it? Definitely. More people are choosing trains, bicycles, or electric vehicles. Some travelers also try to support local businesses instead of international hotel chains. Small actions may not solve everything immediately, but they still help. I've heard that some countries are introducing tourist limits. Yes, because authorities are trying to protect historical centers and natural areas. In certain places, the number of cruise ships or tourists entering protected zones has been reduced. What is your opinion about digital technology during travel? Technology makes traveling easier in many ways. Smartphones provide maps, online tickets, hotel reservations, and instant translation. Years ago, tourists used to carry paper maps everywhere, while now almost everything is digital. But sometimes people become too dependent on gadgets. Exactly. Some travelers focus more on filming videos than enjoying the actual experience. Personally, I prefer staying present instead of documenting every single moment online. So what makes a journey truly successful in your opinion? For me, the most important thing is balance. A successful trip should combine comfort, interesting experiences, and some freedom to explore. Traveling should broaden people's perspectives rather than become another stressful competition for perfect photos or luxury hotels.